Hey everybody, it's a Review Revolution, back at you again with a double feature Friday. That's right, weekend's ahead of us, we've made it guys. Grab yourself something to drink, maybe some chips, some popcorn, whatever you may, whatever it is that you like to kick back with, maybe some pizza rolls, and let's have some fun. Today, we're going to go ahead, or tonight I should say, we're going to get a look at the Neca Player Select Tomb Raider Underworld, and we're looking at Lara Croft. Good old Lara. It's something where the Tomb Raider series by Eidos and Crystal Dynamics, it's been kind of a back and forth, life and death kind of, it's come and gone series. Underworld actually wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. It's something where I guess it just never really managed to capture the original Tomb Raider feel, but still a good game, and Lara's still an awesome character. Seems as though that NECA's taken their age limits pretty seriously here. I mean, with the Predator 17 and up, Tomb Raider 14 and up, I can't imagine a 14-year-old having problems with this, but apparently so. I hope the toy stores are actually asking. Yeah, I believe that this is a reissue of an earlier version of Lara. I believe, I'm not 100% sure. But I do wish that for these player select figures, things like Lara here, and then the Resident Evil figures like Jill and Chris, I would like to see them get re-released or retooled so that they were more like the Ninja Gaiden and the Street Fighter figures. A lot more articulation. It doesn't look like she's got much here. On the packaging, I mean, not bad. It's just a bubble card bubble on a card. I do like kind of the almost mechanically tribal pattern in the corner here. The graphics on it are actually pretty cool. On the back, of course, we've got a picture of Lara, and I've got a bent card. It's okay, we'll open it soon enough. It's okay, we'll tear it open. Explore everything, stop at nothing. Tomb Raider Underworld. For generations, stories have been told of the fearsome weapon of the Norse god Thor. Legend holds that he who wields the hammer, so good, has the power to smash mountains into valleys and the strength to destroy the gods themselves. That's not what it says. We get the idea. For more than 1,000 years, it has existed only as a myth until now. Fearless adventurer Lara Croft attempts to unravel the mystery behind the Norse underworld, and in doing so, journey towards a forgotten power that, if unleashed, could lay waste to all civilizations. In some ways, you probably don't even need this video, because if you have the figure, or if you happen to find her, you'll see that on the back, it actually tells you. She features a ball-jointed neck, shoulder and torso, signature pistols, swivel wrist and ankles, and display stand. Well, that makes my job easier. Have a few shots of Lara from the game. Beautiful, beautiful graphics. I love the border work down here on the bottom. That would be nice to just have throughout. As I mentioned before with the Predator, I am going to take a moment and actually mention a few of the people who were behind the work on the figure, because NECA puts it there and it's not saying a whole lot. Product development was Randy Falk. Sculpt Andy... Oh, please excuse me, Ray. Excuse me, not Andy. Ray. Ray Santolri? Excuse me, man. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. Prototype was by Adam Smith. Paint by John Wardell and Godfrey Trapp. And photography was Nicole Falk. Licensing by Eidos, Mark Mosman. Package design by Robert Tang. Player select. So... people know comic book artists, they know comic book writers, they recognize the names. For figures, if they're going to put the credits on there like NECA does, let's make sure we give these people some credit and some and recognize them for just doing something pretty awesome, or blame them for getting it wrong. But do you want to see Lara open? You want to get her open? I want to get her open. Stick around. We're going to have some fun. Be right back. All right, everybody, we're back, and we've got Lara open, and I love NECA. I love NECA figures. there are a few shortcomings. Yes, I will admit there are some NECA figures that do have some issues, but overall, I have to say I really think NECA is probably one of my favorite toy lines because they always do a fantastic job. When they get the licensing, they do it so well, and Lara is no exception. Now, she is, as I mentioned before, more in the classic NECA style, and the fact that she doesn't have much articulation, particularly in the legs and the ankles. Because she doesn't have any articulation really in the ankles, she does have a bit of a balancing issue. I mean, she right now, literally, she's balanced on one leg right now, basically. She does, be real careful here, come with a fairly generic, somewhat familiar in shape and style to a DC Classics base to stand on. Very reminiscent of a DC universe. It is so plain and generic, it's a little disappointing. I mean, not even a Player Select logo on here, which would have been cool. You know, they could use the same base for all their Player Select figures. But instead, it's just kind of this black plastic, just says IDUS and Inactive and NECA 2008. So, yeah, I'm willing to bet this is a Lara from 2008. But you need it. You need this base because, yeah, I can get her to balance on one leg, but trust me, something happens, she's going to get knocked over. Now, looking at Lara, she is beautiful. This is a beautiful Lara Croft. I love the way she looks. You know, I mean, the save her appearance or the way she looks in the game, you know, I've never really seen a consistent look on Lara, either in comics or on figures or anything else. You know, Lara always does look slightly different with every interpretation, and I think this one looks great. You can tell that it's Lara. You know, all the characteristics, her ponytail, the bangs in her eye, on her hair, they all look really good. Her costume, the brown. I mean, when you look at the side here, I mean, at first you could almost believe that's really fabric on her top, and of course on the side, on her shorts, you could almost believe that was fabric. That just looks so good. That looks so nice. Same kind of texture they put in the gloves. Look really good. The skin tone, they give her a very nice warm skin tone, a very natural look. And only in one place have I seen the paint kind of fall a little flat, and that's right there underneath this part of her bangs. You can see there's been a little bit of overpaint from the skin, but just a little. Everything else, I mean, the lips are painted very well. The eyes are dotted just right. It looks fantastic. Really, really great. The sculpt on the holsters looks really good. Her belt with the grenades kind of on there. They don't come off. I actually tried. Almost broke it. The boots. The boots are probably one of the weakest areas simply because her socks, they just kind of take the black plastic of the boot and dry brush a white or gray over it. So it doesn't quite look as nice. It's probably the weakest part of the paint on the figure. But you look at the sculpt on the boots. Don't those look fantastic? I mean, isn't that just awesome? Well, I think so. I really do think so. Now, on her articulation, just like the box said, her head is on a ball joint. The shoulders really aren't on a ball. They're more like a pin and hinge, but they twist and come out, like so. The hands are supposed to twist, but they are so tight that I am not going to force them for fear of breaking them, because she does have very, very thin arms. So I'm afraid the pin in there may break rather easily. Her torso, now I thought her torso was a simple twist, but in fact it also comes on a ball. So she actually has, you know, ball jointed mid-torso. That's kind of cool. And her belly button, of course. Gratuitous fanny shot. I'm sure I'll get a lecture from the cat on that one. Sorry, cat. The boots. Now, the card said she had articulation in the ankle. It's really just a twist up here at the top of the boot. And because you can see her knees, and again, I love the paint job on those legs. Oh, beautiful. But because you can see her knees, there's only so far you'll be able to twist her foot before it starts to look a little unnatural and a little, awkward. So, not only are you limited by the sculpting of the articulation, but you're also kind of limited by just the appearance of the figure. Now, along with holsters, she actually does come with her 2 guns. This one actually has piece taken out of the trigger there. I don't know if that's mine or if that's the way one of them comes automatically, but does slide into the holster so you have some place to put it. Or you can take the gun and actually fit it into her hand. And I'm guessing that this open... No, it's not quite it. I was thinking that's why she has like a trigger finger there, but no, that's not quite it either. But taking a look, that is just a great Lara figure. For Tomb Raider fans, I would say you absolutely have to have this. For just video game fans, you probably will be very happy with it. I am. The only thing off my wish list is that they just would retool these Tomb Raider and Resident Evil figures with a bit more articulation so you can get a little more action-y poses out of them. Not that this is bad, it's just limited. For now, though, we've taken a look at the Lara Croft from Tomb Raider Underworld, Neca. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. We'll be back soon. Bye-bye.